Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Janera, and today I'm going to be reviewing Hourglass's new Ambient Soft Glow Foundation, as well as a couple of other new makeup products. So if you're interested in seeing the try on and wear test of these products, then keep on watching. Alright, so let's get started. First, I'm going to use my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'm going to use about 1.5 pumps. Alright, so next up for this foundation, they did send me shade 14 and 14.5. 14 has a warm undertone and then 14.5 has a neutral undertone. And I'll swatch these next to each other so you guys can get a better idea of the undertones. Alright, so on the top I swatched 14 warm and on the bottom is 14.5 neutral. It was kind of hard to choose a shade online. I used their shade finder tool, but I feel like their models didn't really match the correct undertone. So I'm going to swatch a couple of my current foundation shades on my arm just to give you guys a better idea of how the shades compare. So on top is a 14 warm, right under it is a 14.5 neutral, and then under that is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation in Macao, and then that last swatch is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation in 4Y60. Honestly, after looking at these swatches, I feel like the perfect shade match would be mixing the 14 and the 14.5, but I feel like the NARS Soft Matte Complete and the Makeup Forever are really nice during the winter time. But I feel like it's not really my summer shade. They do kind of run a little light on me. So I will go ahead and go with the 14.5. We'll see how that works. But first I want to read you guys a couple of these claims. This is a weightless liquid foundation that delivers buildable medium coverage with a light diffusing effect for up to 16 hours. It has medium coverage, natural finish. It's a vegan formula, long wearing, cruelty free, and then it retails for $58. I'm gonna put one pump on the right side of my face. We'll see how that looks, and then I'll add another pump to the other side of my face. Okay, one pump is a lot. I have about this much left. I'm not going to use it just because I feel like it might be a little too much. And then to blend this out, I'll be using my Morphe M439 brush. Alright, so this is the close-up of this foundation. I'm actually really glad that I went with the 14.5. The 14 would have definitely been too light. I think this is a really good shade match. It comes off a little bit light, but it settles into the skin really nicely. So I think like once I add the contour and the bronzer, like everything should be a good tone. But yeah, I think that this is a good shade. I really like the coverage. It does have medium buildable coverage. So far I do agree with that claim. But yeah, let me add the foundation to the other side. I actually really like the finish of this foundation. It's a very pretty natural finish and it also doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It feels very lightweight. But yeah, next I'm going to be speeding through the rest of my makeup. I have a couple of new products to try out today that just launched. And then I'm also going to be trying out some new products that are just new to me that I haven't used yet. So I just want to give you guys my first impressions. So the first product that I'll be trying out today is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This will be my first time trying it out, even though it's not new. I did pick up the shade Caramel. And I'll swatch this for you guys. And I've actually been hearing a lot of things about this concealer, so I felt like I just had to try it out. This is the swatch of this shade, Caramel. So first impressions, I do really like this concealer. I really like the formula. I think it's very creamy and easy to blend out. I also really like this shade. I was thinking it might be like a highlighting concealer, but it's not really giving me the highlighting effect. Maybe I would have to go with like a lighter shade. Next, I'm gonna set the concealer with this translucent powder from Laura Mercier. This is the shade Translucent Medium Deep. They actually just came out with the talc-free formula, and I just ordered that in the shade Honey, so we'll see how that works. I do have the shade Medium Deep just because I always use it as an all-over face powder. I'm hoping that the Honey shade does a better job at highlighting under my eyes. I really hope that the formula is the same though, because I love this setting powder formula. And I'm gonna use my IT Cosmetics brush number 114 to put the powder all over my face. Alright, so the next new product that I'll be using is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick. I did pick up the shade Dark, and I heard so many good things about this contour. I'm just now picking it up though because it's usually always sold out. But he did recently restock it, and this is the shade of this contour. Yeah, let's start here. Let me not add too much. And then to blend this out, I'll be using my IT Cosmetics brush number 227. And this is an angled brush, so I'm just gonna pinch this and blend this out. Okay, so this contour is super pigmented, but I really like that because I feel like this is the first time that I like put on a contour and like after blending, it didn't just like diffuse into the skin. Like I can still see like clearly how it's sculpting the face. And next I'll be using the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Bronzer in the shade Tan. When I first tried this out, I didn't like the undertone. I wanted it to be red, but then ever since then, like I've just been using it over and over again. And I do think that the brown looks really nice. I haven't been able to put this palette down, and I like how it layers on. Like, you don't have to be afraid of like putting too much on. Also, this is the e.l.f. buffing foundation brush that I'm using to apply the bronzer. I really love this brush. I think it's the perfect size to apply the bronzer, and then I also really like it for the cream bronzer formulas. All right, so next up for blush, I'll be trying out the new RMS Redimension Hydra Powder Blush. This is the shade Pomegranate Fizz, and this is what this shade looks like. And I'll swatch this for you guys. All right, so this is the shade Pomegranate Fizz. It looks like a very hot pink. First, I want to read you guys a couple of these claims because this did just launch. So it's supposed to be a multi-dimensional nourishing powder blush that melts into the skin, creating a silky smooth, luminous looking finish. It's supposed to have full coverage, a radiant finish, and it's a pressed powder formula. It's clean without phthalates, silicones, parabens, with a radiant finish, and then it also retails for $30. I'll be using the Morphe E4 brush to apply this, and this is an angled brush, so it's perfect for the cheek area. I'm just gonna start off really light so we can see how this formula applies. I really like how this formula has like a nice shine to it without being shimmery, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't have like a glittery look to it, but it's very pretty. It's a very nice shade. All right, so let's add this to the other side. I also like how you can build this up. Like it doesn't just like start off way too strong. Honestly, I've been liking a lot of the pink shades lately. Before like doing YouTube videos, I wasn't really like into blush that much, but like after trying out so many formulas, I feel like blush has been like one of my favorite things to apply now. So this is the close-up of this finish. All right, so next up for highlighter, I'll be using Bobbi Brown's highlighting powder. They did send me the shade Copper Glow, and I'll swatch this for you guys. You see how pretty that shade is? Okay, and to apply this highlighter, I'll be using the Morphe M510 brush. Oh wow, that is super pretty. A little goes a long way with this. I really like this formula. Wow, let me get closer to show you the finish. I'm also gonna put some on the bridge of my nose. All Alright, so that's it for face makeup. I'm gonna go off camera really quick and finish my eyebrows and eyeliner, and then when I get back, I'll show you guys the new mascara from One Size, as well as the new lip plumper gloss from Flawless Beauty, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back, and next up I have this new mascara to try out from One Size Beauty. They did send me the shade Black, and first I just want to read you guys a couple of these claims. And it's a lifting, lengthening, and smudge-proof mascara that delivers up to 24 hours of flake-proof, long wear, curl, and length with the richest black pigment. It's supposed to be volumizing, curling, and lengthening. And then it also has castor seed oil, coconut oil, argan oil, and retails for $25. Alright, so I'm going to be putting it on one set of lashes first so we can compare. So this is one coat, and I'm only going to use one coat because I think that one coat is enough. I feel like it's very volumizing already, and it really does a good job at lengthening the lashes as well. I'm going to go ahead and add it to the other side. Yeah, I really like this formula. Look how pretty the lashes look. So nice. Alright, so last but not least, to complete this look, I'll be trying out Flawless Beauty's new Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Gloss. They did send me the shade Cherry Vanilla, and this is what the applicator looks like. This product also just launched not too long ago. It's a clinically tested ultra shiny gloss with immediate and long-term softening, hydrating, and visibly plumping benefits. First impressions, I really like this applicator. Like, you can already see from the shape of it, like, that it'll just glide right on the lips, and it really does. It feels so smooth. It also has like a subtle red tint to it as well, which is really pretty. Alright, so this is my first time trying out a lip plumper, so I don't know how long it normally takes before you start seeing results, but I am feeling a little bit of the tingling, so we'll see in a couple of minutes what happens. While we're waiting for the lip plumping results, I'm gonna walk through my first impressions on all the new makeup products that I tried out today, starting with the foundation. I love this foundation. I feel like the finish is very nice. It's very natural and breathable. Definitely lightweight, and it is medium coverage. I'll also go so far to say that this is like a full coverage foundation, just because I did use almost like one pump on each side of my face, so I think it's definitely buildable. I also think that the 14.5 neutral is a really good shade match, so if you are my foundation twin, you know, definitely try this shade out. Normally for complexion products, I'm a warmer undertone, but lately I've been trying out neutral undertones and they work really well, so I think I'm kind of like shifting away from the warm undertones to neutral. For the concealer, I really like the NARS consistency, and I am seeing a little bit of creasing. I don't know if it's that much to really complain just yet, but we'll see throughout the wear test. But so far I do like it, and I do like this shade. For this contour, I really like how pigmented it is. It does a really good job at shaping the face, and then it's also super easy to blend out. And this blush is really pretty as well. I like how you can layer it on. It doesn't come on too pigmented. For the highlighter, I really love this formula. I think it has a very pretty glow, and I really love this copper shade. And now let's see if we see any plumping effects of this lip gloss. I mean, I think I can kind of see it, but I don't know if like I'm making it up in my head. I'll have to see like once I'm editing, like if I can see the difference. But so far I really like this gloss. It's very comfortable on the lips, and I love the shade. So those are my first impressions. So far so good. I do have really oily skin, so I'm very interested to see how this foundation wears throughout the day. But I'll be back in about 10 hours and we'll see how this foundation holds up. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Alright, so I'm back with the 10-hour wear test update, and I will get closer to show you how this foundation has held up. Honestly, I'm super impressed with this foundation. I didn't have to touch it up. I was in the mall for a couple of hours today with my mask on, running around the mall, and like even as I was sweating, like the foundation is still intact. And then also one thing I want to mention is that even though I had on my mask the whole time, when I took off my mask there wasn't a lot of transfer, so I think that this is pretty transfer proof. And I think out of all the new foundations that I tried out this year, this has to be my favorite, just because like there's no transfer. My T-zone is pretty dry after 10 hours. There's also no scent with this foundation. A little goes a long way. It's very lightweight, has a very natural pretty finish, and so yeah, this is my favorite so far. So to find the right shade match, I really do recommend going to Sephora, Ulta, or wherever they're selling this foundation and just shade match in person, just because their online shade match tool doesn't really match the models. So I feel like it'd be better if you like go in person and, you know, get to see it on your skin yourself. And that does seem like a lot, but I feel like this foundation formula is worth it. So definitely go and check it out and, you know, shade match and everything like that, and let me know what you guys think about it in the comments and whether it worked for you or not. Overall, I do recommend this foundation for those with oily and combination skin. If you have any questions questions about this new foundation or any of the other makeup that I used and listed, please let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in for another video. If you are new here, welcome, and please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.